In a world painted with twilight hues, a young dragon named Ignis was born, not with scales of fiery red or emerald green, but with a coat as soft and white as the first winter's snow. He was different, and in the world of dragons, different was a lonely thing. While his siblings roared, their voices shaking the mountains, Ignis's roars were soft, like a gentle, crackling fire. He couldn't breathe the scorching flames his family was famed for. Instead, from his mouth came shimmering, golden sparks that danced in the air like fireflies before fading into nothing. The other dragons mocked him. "Snowball," they'd jeer. "Are you going to tickle the enemy with your sparkles?" Their words were sharper than any claw, and Ignis would retreat to the highest, most secluded peak, his heart heavy with shame. He'd spent his days watching the world below, his white scales blending with the clouds, making him invisible. He desperately wished for a torrent of fire, a sign that he truly belonged. He'd practice for hours, taking deep breaths, pushing with all his might, but only the gentle, harmless sparks would emerge. One night, a fierce, unnatural storm swept across the land. It wasn't rain that fell, but a shower of jagged, dark crystals that extinguished every light they touched. The valley below, home to a village of small furry creatures, was plunged into an abyss of cold and fear. The great dragons, with their mighty flames, tried to fight back. But the dark crystals absorbed their fire, growing stronger and spreading faster. For the first time, the powerful dragons felt helpless. The darkness was consuming everything, feeding on their strongest weapon. From his lonely peak, Ignis watched in horror as the shadows crept closer to the village. He saw the villagers huddling together, their small lights being snuffed out one by one. Panic seized him, but then a strange feeling stirred within him. It wasn't the desire to prove himself, but a deep, aching need to protect those defenseless creatures below. He remembered their cheerful songs that drifted up the mountain on sunny days. He couldn't let their world go dark. Taking a deep breath, not of ambition but of courage, Ignis leaped from his perch. He soared down towards the encroaching darkness. He didn't have a plan. He only knew he had to try. As he flew over the valley, he opened his mouth and let out the biggest roar he could muster. A brilliant shower of golden sparks erupted, cascading down like a celestial waterfall. And then something magical happened. Where the mighty flames had failed, Ignis's sparks succeeded. Each spark, upon touching a dark crystal, didn't fight it. Instead, it merged with it. The cold, light-eaten shards began to glow from within, transforming from menacing spikes into beautiful, luminous flowers that pulsed with a warm, gentle light. The darkness didn't shatter, it bloomed. Ignis flew back and forth, blanketing the entire valley in his shimmering light. The encroaching shadow receded, replaced by a breathtaking garden of glowing flora. The villagers emerged from their homes, gazing in awe at the miracle. Above, the other dragons watched in stunned silence. They had tried to conquer the darkness with power, but Ignis had transformed it with gentleness. When Ignis landed, exhausted but fulfilled, no one called him Snowball. His family and the villagers gathered around him, their eyes filled, not with pity, but with reverence. He wasn't the strongest dragon, nor the fiercest, but he was the one who brought light when all others had failed. Ignis finally understood. His gift wasn't a lesser version of fire. It was something else entirely. It was hope. And he learned that true strength isn't always about the fire you breathe, but the light you're willing to share. From that day on, the valley was never truly dark, always adorned with the glowing flowers of the white dragon, a constant reminder that even the gentlest spark can illuminate the world.